If you search on Google, iOS versus Android, on Google image search, the third image that comes up is this picture. Not exactly the most creative move. Hey, Alex Berman here from Experiment 27, and this is Agency Marketing Teardowns, where we go through top interactive agencies, look at their marketing channels, and find places they can improve. Today we're doing ChromeInfotech. They're an Indian-based development firm, and the reason why we're doing them today is when you search SlideShare and you search mobile development, one of the top ones that pop up is this slide deck from ChromeInfotech, Top 12 Mobile App Development Trends in 2016. This has over 5,000 views within niche, which is pretty high for B2B content, and it's not optimized for lead generation at all. How do I know what I'm talking about? I used to run the largest meetup group in New York City for branded marketing managers. We had over 2,500 people in it, and I used to go to events every single month and regularly pull in leads and actual clients, closes between $20,000 to $50,000 projects each in web, mobile, and that sort of thing. I've also hosted speaking events at places like Google NYC, Stack Overflow, WeWork Labs in Austin and New York. So I've got a good idea of what converts from these presentations. I've had presentations go really well. I've had presentations go horribly. And there's a couple things to keep in mind when you do it. So let's break down ChromeInfotech and find ways they can improve this slide deck. So there are three things that go into a presentation that's going to convert people to actual sales. Three things. One is personal stories, two is custom images, and the third thing is a strong call to action. And let's weave that throughout. So let's jump through this presentation real quick. So you've got battle versus iOS and Android, some quote, some research here, and then you jump on to the next one. Especially for a presentation like this, it's very easy to come off as a commodity, right? Like just another agency. But you have to think of the goal of the presentation. The goal isn't to get customers to buy a mobile app. The goal is to get customers to buy a mobile app from ChromeInfotech. So we have to really hit them hard with the culture and the specific agency that you're working from. So here's our original first slide, stock footage, top 12 mobile app development trends in 2016. And here is the rewritten slide. Top 12 mobile app development trends in 2016 by ChromeInfotech, India's top mobile app development firm. And these pictures are pulled from their website. If they had more relevant pictures on their site, you could add those, maybe of somebody playing with a mobile app. But in ChromeInfotech's office, they have a huge team, they've got a good culture, they can show it off here. Next, we move into the content slides. Here's the headline, and the way that this presentation is put together, you've got this headline slide, and then you've got one quote, and then immediately it jumps right to the next headline. What I want to add here is a story. You can have the same quote, but then add one story after it to hammer home that ChromeInfotech is the right solution for your needs. Also removing the stock footage. So battle, iOS versus Android. If you search on Google, iOS versus Android, on Google image search, the third image that comes up is this picture. Not exactly the most creative move, which is interesting because this is supposed to be a creative agency. So let's go to their portfolio and instead pull something that they've done in the past. So here's the new intro slide. We added a portfolio item from the actual agency and kept the same headline here. The next slide that they have on their SlideShare is fine. It's got the actionable data. So let's pull that slide and put it in, replacing the stock photo with the portfolio item. So we pulled that slide. Now we're going to add one more slide after that gives a personal story from ChromeInfotech about how they overcome this issue. So let's write a quick slide, pulling from this exact example. Designed with martial arts school owner in mind, as seen on all these places. So you can give a case study that proves the point. Nextbelt came to us with the idea for an iOS application. We recommended building on both platforms instead. To date, the app has received X million downloads, 80% more by adding an Android app. So a story that proves out the point and builds credibility for the agency. So for the rest of the presentation, you'd go through and add examples for each one. Messaging apps climb up, add some data about your own messaging apps. Wearable technology, maybe talk about a wearable case study. Location-based Wi-Fi on a roll, talk about some of your use of GPS, iBeacon, or anything like that that you've done, and follow that throughout the presentation. Next, we want to talk about the call to action. Currently, this is their call to action in the presentation. Follow for more good work. You're pushing to social media. You've got an About Us slide. You're pushing to the website. you're pushing to every social media page you have, and more slide decks, and then a thank you. This is way too many call to actions for one slide deck. I would limit it to what you're trying to do here. If you're trying to get them to sign up for your email list to sell them later, do that. If you're trying to get them to buy direct, do that. So here we have an actual screenshot of their website. We'll put that in there. And then a simple call to action. So building an app, and then some info on what ChromeInfotech does, which we can pull from this slide. And then one more slide to close it out. What I found best is having a specific contact point at the company. So what I would do for the final call to action is actually show them somebody, either the founder, the director of business development, whoever is going to be a good touch point for them, and show a picture of them. For them, I'd recommend having a couple pictures just to show that they have more than one or two people on the team. So let's pick Shusher and Nidhi. Let's get them both up there. And I know I probably just butchered both those names, so please forgive me. And I would have their specific email addresses here. And then you can also have the main sales email. And operations-wise, you can always have a junior person or one of their assistants monitor these email addresses and forward them directly to the sales team. It's always better, though, if you can have a specific contact. And that's it. When you're putting your presentations together, remember the 3 points. Tell specific stories, use custom images, and have a solid call to action, and your presentations will start generating leads for your agency. Thanks, I'm Alex Berman from experiment27.co. Check our company out if you need marketing support for your agency. Also, give this video a thumbs up on YouTube if you liked the content, want to encourage it, and subscribe to this channel for more videos on agency marketing. Thanks, and I will talk to you later.